the auction on January the 24th is quite unusual because it includes an extremely fine collection of Renaissance medals and plaquettes, the like of which doesn't come up for auction more than once or twice in a lifetime. I would say this is the best collection of Renaissance plaquettes that Spink has ever handled. The highlight, certainly of the plaquette section, is this very lovely battle scene by Riccio. Riccio was the foremost Paduan bronze sculptor of the Renaissance, and he's famous for just a handful of very large works. But these small-scale plaquettes reveal his technique, and you can see him working through his ideas almost in a private way, which you don't see in the large finished objects. Anything by Riccio is interesting and rare. A signed piece is incredibly rare. And there are just a few of these plaquettes. I think there are 4 in the world that are with a signature on the back. This is one of them. The signature is in relief and is in the form of a monogram, R with a little circle above and I. With the signature in this form there are 2, and there are 2 others with just an R by itself. All the other 3 items with signatures of this plaquette, they are all in museums. This is the only one in private hands. One of the interesting things about having such a good and varied collection as this is that you can see themes running through. You can see artists borrowing subjects and designs from each other. We've got here a rather lovely Paduan plaquette of Neptune. It's not signed and we don't know who the artist is, but it was probably taken from a Roman sarcophagus. You can tell by the shape, by the form, you can imagine that being the side of a Roman sarcophagus. In fact, there is a very similar one showing Neptune in the Vatican. And this depiction of Neptune became very popular. Raphael used this figure with his arm raised in his frescoes in Rome. He did a magnificent Neptune which was very much admired and was copied by artists almost immediately. They started using the figure of Neptune in that way. Here it is again. This is a cast from a rock crystal by Bernardi, and Neptune again standing in his chariot with his arm raised, this time holding a trident, and in the Raphael fresco he's given a trident. This figure of Neptune is echoed in paintings, in sculptures. Here we have a lovely, really pretty plaquette by Leone, and in the distance you can see Neptune again in the same pose. What's interesting about this one is that Neptune has the features of the famous Genoese admiral Andrea Doria. This was greatly admired by Leone's contemporaries. They wrote to each other and said, "Have you seen the plaquette which Leone has produced? A storm scene can never be the same once you've seen this."